Hello, and welcome to my class today on allism, or being an allist, one with the all. Today's class is going to be on the beginning of the all, which is a pretty hot topic among people in the world. I think we all want to understand the starting of how this whole thing began and how it relates to ourselves, because we all have a beginning and end to our life. We're always curious about how did this whole experience begin and end. And I should say we have a beginning and end to our physical life in this body, in this dimension, time, space, but we are much more than that, obviously. And knowing where we start helps us find the root of where we can ground ourselves and creates a relative point within our lives to relate things to. So this morning, I did some more exercises and some meditation. And I had a breakthrough, a way of better describing this that I wanted to share with everyone. And this is going to be my first class. So you're seeing a sneak preview of what I'll probably write about and what I'll make into a formalized class, but I thought it was important to put here. So it's actually relatively simple. It just takes a while for our minds to wrap around it and our consciousness to understand it. Part of that is because of learning it later on in life versus learning as a child. We've built up a whole bunch of cruft and programming and garbage within ourselves. And it limits our ability to open up to the simple truths that are universal and infinite. And that's why doing things such as meditation and yoga and shadow work and Raja Yoga, which is being in a meditation of every moment and seeing every moment as a meditation, and prayer, which is all of these things are prayer. Practicing magic is just another word of saying prayer. The different ways we pray actually affect us and change our relationship to ourselves and the all, as well as many other beautiful, healthy, fun, sexy things. And one thing I was battling, I think we all battle with, is the beginning of existence. I have been reading lately the Tanakh, which is the religious works of the Jewish people, which is really the Old Testament for Christians, and all leads up to when Muhammad ended up creating Islam. And they're all part of the all. What's fun is, so is every other creation story. The fact that we're all in the back of a turtle, or it's just the Tao, the Trimurti within Hinduism. Another great story. All the stories are part of the all. They're different ways of relating to the all. Science and the Big Bang. Beautiful story of the all. They all go together within consciousness, because consciousness is very multifaceted. And understanding this helps connect with the universalities, which is at the center. There's this great story in the Zohar about a man who lived in a cave and ate raw grain. And he left the cave and he went to a city and he had bread for the first time. He's like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's flour made with grain. And he had another dish, another pastry. They're like, oh, this is pastries made with milk and honey and flour made from grain. This man had been eating grain raw his whole life. And another dish, a different form of bread, a roll. And I'm paraphrasing this. I don't know the story perfectly by heart. And he said, oh, I'm the master of all these because I eat grain. And while there is one part of wisdom there, the larger part of wisdom was that he did not see how he was robbing himself of all the other essences, all the other beauty that was the different beautiful, delectable dishes that were made with grain. And collectively, they were part of the all, both his experience and the experiences when he left his cave, and understanding the essence is only one part of the all. It is an important part, but is not all of it, as each one of those dishes also had an essence within it of the creativity and skill and the craftsmanship of those who made them, all using very similar ingredients. Why do I tell you this story? It's that I'm trying to get to the essence. So here we go. The all. Many systems or many understandings, or as I meditate in my own understanding, this is how I've come to this. It is a way in which you must come to your own understanding. But hearing this, I invite you to meditate on this and see if it is true for you. Came from nothing is one thing. We believe that the universe came from nothing. Before the Big Bang, there was nothing. There was nothing. Nothing is the Ein that begot the Ein Sof and Ein Sof and Yod-Heh Vav-Heh, Elohim, Ihe, Ye, Agala, all the other names for what Christians later would mistranslate into Jehovah, and Yahweh, Elo Yahshua, and Yod-Heh Vav-Heh are very good names for much of this. Different aspects of connecting with the all. The elements are part of the all. But before all of this, there's nothing, right? But that gives us a conundrum. Not just how could something come from nothing, because that is possible. But nothing would imply nothingness. Pure nothingness. To even call it something. To even give it a concept, to even be able to think about it, is not truly nothingness. You have to say it's not this, not that, all the way down to it's not. You can't even have a not. Because there isn't an anti-nothingness unless you consider the all the anti-nothingness. So let's play with that. So from this nothingness, the second there was anything but nothingness, it was all. But then that gives us another relation point where we go, the all was just nothing. And so the all precedes. The nothing does not precede the all. The all precedes the nothing. The definition of all changed over time. This is where we get some interesting things where they say before existence came into force, there was chaos. But even chaos is something. There was mire. It wasn't clear. Tohu and bohu. Other systems have different names for this and different gods they call it. Some call it titans. In Greek and Roman mythology, they call them titans. These things were born out of nothing. These concepts, these consciousness constructs of relating to the all. And there's truth in all of them. There are different ways of connecting with this, understanding. All these different stories are just different lights on the same experience that was the all coming into existence. But even before it was the all, it was the nothing, but the nothing was the all. That's a little confusing. So I want you to sit, as best as you can, sit with nothingness. No body, no thought, no emotion, no light, no gravity, no atoms, no space, no time. It can be hard. It's hard. It's difficult. The best you might get is a vacuum of space for some people. It's not even that. There isn't even a vacuum. There's nothing. But for me, this is where the all is born. Like the womb, the dark womb before light. The nothing was all. That settles a conundrum, sort of the chicken or the egg. of what came first. Was it the all or nothing? The answer in some ways is yes. But when you go, it was the all, and the all was nothing, it becomes a little easier. And then as the first anything came into being, anything, some might go a photon or a quark, positron. Another could say the first spark of consciousness. See, it's not all matter, it's energy. Energy has many forms. Like, we know some, but we don't know all of them yet. We're learning that. Even before this nothing is before dimensionality, before timelines. So if one wanted to, they could say the first anything could have been time. It's created time-space. They're actually inexorably linked. So it went from nothing to time-space, the first kernel. But as soon as whatever that first something was, so let's call it the first anything. Just something, the first anything. There was nothing, and then the first anything. It was born. Right there it was born. The all ceased to be nothing. The nothing died. It was no longer nothing. It was just all. The nothing fell away. Like a shell, like an egg. The birth of the all. Now we might get to another conundrum. What was that anything? Science has one story. Different spiritual practices have another. Some religions have dogmas around this. People have created great stories around this. There's truth in all of them. It's hard to know that one. That is a much higher level question, actually, than nothing and all. But most stories start with light. There was light, non-dual light. So there wasn't a dark yet. Think about that. Clarity. Pure light that includes the dark. There's no dark yet. It wasn't even split. That first something was light that had no dark. Pure white. Or clear. Maybe clear. The most clear thing ever. Transparency. No veils. No prism. No prismatic colors yet. It'll be important to understand why there's no prismatic colors yet. It comes in later. Meditate on that. Non-dual light is light before there's darkness. Before there's form, structures, anything. Just pure light that includes not light. It's everything, just light. It's all. It's literally all. All light, allish light. Allish light. Non-dual. They're one thing. They're one thing. Two different ways. I'm even getting dual with this non-dualness of the ways of looking at it. See how dual that is? The qualities of duality? Anything. Anything. The anything. It's the anything. And expands. So why do I talk about prisms? So then things separated. And that's why a rainbow is such a great symbol for God, and why God speaks through colors and light and symbols and many other things. Speaks through the all. But just as a rainbow takes white light and separates it into multiple colors, the all is separated into this beautiful fractal-like nature of existence, like light through a prismatic crystal with many forms of which it shines through you. That light shines through you. That non-dual allish light I'm going to call it allish light, allishness. Science says that's the Big Bang, the moment of the Big Bang. It just all expanded rapidly. Like a gunshot that we're still hearing the echo of. That's where background radiation comes from. This is still echoing in every part of your being. This is why we all have a connection to this. All of us have an instinctual, inherited aspect of the all that is always with us and is eternal. Because we are one with the all at all times. And as we get to the root of the birth, we can anchor to that and express ourselves more fully. So why do we go here to the beginning? Because it relates to our own beginning. At one point we were nothing. Next moment, we're in the all. Conscious, aware. We might have always been conscious, just in a different form, but now we're in the all. Experiencing all of it from the second we are conceived on some level. And even before then, we are always experiencing the all. So when this body passes away, we continue experiencing the all in a transformed way. Lets me feel safe. Knowing God, the all. Where God, the all came from. And where God, the all is going. The all. Even if it were to return back to nothing, which is the all, it'd still be the all, within nothing, till it is born again. Or not. Maybe even the concept of birth becomes something different and no longer relates and changes to how the all expresses all of it. This means something to me. I invite you to sit and meditate on this with me for a moment. I want you to close your eyes. I'll keep my eyes open for this, but I invite you to close your eyes. And breathe out all and hold nothing within you. And every breath in, you're breathing in the nothing, the understanding, the feeling, the sensation, the closest you can get to experiencing nothing. Not your body, not your mind, not even your consciousness, not even the ability to be conscious. And breathe out all. You're removing allishness from your body, as silly as it sounds, as best as you can. Because the truth is, you can't. You honestly can't. Nothing resides within the all. It's part of the all because of this. Breathe in, breathe out. And we do this to ground ourselves, to connect ourselves with the all and the nothing that it was born from, and understand the root of consciousness and of God, of the all. All systems, all formats, all understandings. This is the root. Nothing, anything, the all. As you're breathing, find peace with this nothing. Accept it. Release it. This is Zen Buddhism. This is what Zen connects to on some level. Then it gets prismatic. Zen Buddhism has many different facets. We're just going for the roots today. The root is being Zen. So we breathe in and out nothingness. You can even open up your eyes, but it might make nothingness more difficult by seeing, by having a sense gate open. And now that we have touched for a moment nothingness. This is going to be a shorter meditation. This is something that you could do for quite some time. We're going to reverse. Open your eyes and see anything. And now all. The second you even moved, the second I even conceived of telling you to move, it was already born in a microcosm of a story that I am guiding you through in a meditation. Like a tale, we tell ourselves to know the truth. And keep breathing in the all now. Think of all the stories you've heard, all the women you've met, all the men you've met, the children, the trees, the light, the shadows, and the stars, the sun and all the planets, the galaxies and black holes, the pure vacuum of space, the closest thing that we scientifically come to know is nothing. But even that is not quite it, because it is part of the all. It's something. We can say it, we can define it, we can point at it. Something to be pointed at. It's all relative, as Einstein pointed out. The theory of relativity is also true in consciousness. Our understandings, we are relational beings. And as we center ourselves within ourselves with this information, and we infinitely love the all and the nothing, as silly as that sounds, we relate to everything from a healthy, centered root. No central wound. Because it's just the all. It's the allish light, which includes infinite love, infinite peace, infinite divineness. There is not love within the all as well, designed to teach us why we infinitely love within the all. And that love is limited. It's not infinite. Fundamentally can't be. That is a understanding for a different day. But I invite you in this moment to contemplate that. I wonder why maybe not love is here to teach us so many things. I'll just ask this: where does the not love root itself? Keep breathing. Feel the all. Now this is Dzogchen, Buddhism, where you feel the outside, the inside, and all of it at once, dissolving all that limits you. Decompartmentalizing all of it. Allowing just for everything to be one and in unity. This is Kabbalah. The understanding of the Ein Sof and Ein Sof but more allish. This is Hindu. Because I'm telling a story, and you can visualize these aspects of the all as gods and goddesses being born, ending, shifting. This is Taoism. Because once you are one with this, you are one with the Tao. The Tao that can be said is not the true Tao. But it is part of the all. And maybe it's part of the nothing. Think about that. Where do you find that to be true in your own life? Great Spirit, in Native American practices. Part of the all. The all is collective before all of them. It's just the Great Spirit, the root. As you breathe into this all part, if there's any discomfort, be aware of it. Breathe into it and release it. Know that when you return to where you set your healthy boundaries, they will be shifted to much healthier places, and your unhealthy compartmentalization will dissolve. Because you will now have a root of the all, the nothing, and the infinite love that resides within. The infinite love of light. It even goes beyond the concept of love, but is the closest thing that we are able to express in words. However, we can express much more through our being. Now it's time to close. Take a deep breath in and let out a sound and wiggle. Bring your body back. Wiggle your hands and feet a little bit. Just wiggle them a little bit more. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Got my little phone pen that helps me start all of this whole video. We'll close with this. Creation. That first anything. Was that creation? Was it not? Something was created from nothing. It just creation. Created. God created. God created. And therefore, the all and the nothing are still part of God. God created. The all. I love you all. This has been peace today. This is James. This is love. Hoping you connected with the all today. And as you go through your day, all of you, I want you to feel all of it. And know love. And know God infinitely loves you. And God's infinitely love you. And goddesses infinitely love you. And I infinitely love you. Because I am the all. And so are you.